Hello everyone, my name is Gemma Fairclough Haynes from Orchard Employment Law, and I wanted to come on and do this video for you to talk about sexual harassment in the workplace. Like many others, I've been moved by the disappearance and untimely loss of the life of Sarah Everard, and it drove me to think about what employers should be doing with regards to sexual harassment in the workplace. Even though, as far as we're aware, Sarah Everard's case was not about a working relationship. I was having a conversation with somebody recently about what they thought sexual harassment is and how they would define it, because what we tend to find is that most people don't understand the definition of sexual harassment, which is unwanted attention towards another or from another. And the person I was speaking to spoke about it being multiple acts or multiple attempts, when actually one incident is enough for something to be sexual harassment, even if it doesn't seem severe. It reminded me about something which had happened to me many years ago when I was a student, working at a local shop, quite a small supermarket, and we had security guards there, not employed by the shop which I worked at. They were outsourced by another business. On one particular day, the security guard took quite a liking to me. I could tell this, he didn't speak to me, but I could tell by the way he would follow me around the shop with his eyes. At the back of the shop, we had a staff room, which would be where we would keep things like our bags, our purses, our phones and our keys. I mean, I'm talking quite a few years ago, so our phones were not quite the technology that we have now with facial recognition and thumbprint locking. When I finished my shift on this particular day at 10 o'clock in the evening, I walked home only to find that the security guard had gone into the staff room whilst I had been working on the till, texted himself from my phone so that he would have my phone number, and then proceeded to send me text messages. Although those text messages were not lewd or explicit in their content, I felt really vulnerable and I felt like I'd been violated because I had not given this person my phone number. I told my employer about it, and even though the security guard hadn't been their employee, they made sure he didn't work in our shop again to keep me safe. So that just shows you of one example of sexual harassment where it's one incident. It doesn't matter the amount of times which it occurs, and whilst we're looking at keeping our streets safe, we also want to keep our workplaces safe. The reasons why we need to keep our workplaces safe is to protect our staff, both morally and legally. At the end of the day, it will come down to the employer who will be held responsible if there's harassment and nothing has been done. So what can we do? Well, training is definitely a necessity. Of course, we need to have policies which say that sexual harassment is not tolerated in any extent of it, whether it be online or in the workplace, physically in the workplace or over the phone. But it's not enough just to have this policy. In order to make sure that you're doing the right thing, and that if it came to it, a tribunal would take your side as the employer, you have to have been shown to do continuous training. So not a one-off induction, training throughout the year, which tells your staff members that sexual harassment is not acceptable, but we have to go further than that. We have to outline what sexual harassment is. We have to give examples of the harassment. And this is the same for discrimination. And the reason why we have to do that is because many people do not understand what harassment is. We've got this duty to keep people safe, but we've also got a duty to act. So what do you do if one of your staff members tells you either verbally or in writing that they feel that they've been harassed? And they might not use the word harassment, they may just say they feel uncomfortable. Well, again, as employers, we have to do the right thing and we have to investigate this. It's really important. And even if you don't see that there was a genuine threat, it's probably right to remove the person who's accused from the workplace as a point of suspension whilst this is being investigated. So if you do have any questions about sexual harassment or any other employment law or HR matter, then of course you can come to us. You can do so by visiting www.orchardemploymentlaw.co.uk. I really hope that you found this video useful, and if you have, then share it with somebody. Thank you.